everybody. Hope you are well. Thursday afternoon, and it's an interesting Thursday because the market's pulling back. Another day of pullbacks. So I wanted to talk to you about what I'm seeing, what could become of this pullback. Will we see it extend? Where can it get to? And what will I be doing? Because I think it's pretty important. So just having a look at Bitcoin right now, what I'm seeing is quite simply high, higher low, higher high. But here's the big but. Where to next? Okay, now we are back into the cradle zone. There's no doubt about it. And we could very easily see a bullish candle and off we go again, in which case that would be a bullish sign. But we haven't got that yet. So we need to play out all potential scenarios. We need to play devil's advocate and whatever the opposite of devil's advocate is. God's, I don't know, something or other. Because, you know, what my main concern, I'll show it to you on the XBT here and on the weekly, because this is where I did all the writing. We haven't had any of these pullbacks yet, right? So I've spoken about it before. The pullback is an average of 35.25%. The average run to the upside is an average of 207, or thereabouts, okay? We haven't had a single 35% pullback, but we have had a 340% move up. It's a big move, without a breath. It needs a pullback. It's as simple as that. We need something like this. Now, I'm not saying that we can't go higher before we get a pullback, but here's a big but. Need to be aware that a pullback is imminent. It will happen. So where could this pullback come back to? Well, we're talking about that 35% to 40. So 35 gets a smack bang really right around where I want to be. 8,900. Why do I want to be there? Well, let's come back and remind ourselves of what that level actually stands for. 8,800, didn't I? Roughly in through here. Okay, that's the old high. Yeah, well, roughly there, it's a bit of resistance. It's not an exact level of resistance, but it was definitely a point at which the market did, hit a few times, right? Then we pushed on from there. So we could get back to there without too many problems. Now that I've drawn that in on the daily, that also gets us back into the cradle zone. Now, of course, don't get me wrong. We can still see a deeper pullback. We could go below it. We could certainly see that, you know. We haven't seen a pullback into the 20 yet. All right. I'd love to see the pullback. Trading after the pullback gives me so much more confidence to be layering positions and letting runners go. At the moment, for the last couple of weeks, I've just been in and out, in and out, in and out, taking little chunks of the market where I see the opportunity setting up. And I'm going to be sticking with that for the time being, but I'm waiting for that bigger pullback. So where to from here? What are we seeing here? Well, this could potentially be a lower high. It could be. It's not yet. It won't be a lower high until this is confirmed. At least if it breaks down through here, then we'll have a bit of a choppy chart. We may consolidate for a while, but I'm thinking more along the lines of that pullback. It's been a long move to the upside. It's happened fairly quickly, and we haven't seen that pullback. So what does it mean? What am I doing? And you know, how can I play this out? Well, there are a number of ways to play this out. It's obviously had a very good move, a couple of $1,000s. So let's move to these lower time frames and have a quick little sticky beak here, because you can see it sort of cascading. It pulled back in once, but there was no opportunity there for me. It's likely that I'll stick to the lower time frames as I have been for quite some time now. Let's have a look at a couple of levels around here. Okay, what do we got in the way of, I guess, there's a little bit of support running through there. Let me throw in some Fibonacci and just see if there's anything of importance there. There's nothing on that. Nothing on that. And how's about here? I don't think so, no. All right, well, there's nothing there at this stage as far as a booster goes. Now, if I look at this MACD, it is a little bit divergent. It's kind of flat to divergent. I pull back into the cradle zone. I might be interested there, but probably... look, there's nothing there right now that really tickles my fancy. The 30-minute pulling back in, possibly, that, mind you, it is a little bit divergent. The 1 hour here, maybe, but it's a little bit extended. Look, I'm really happy just to be watching for the time being, in all honesty, guys. If a little flat level was to form up here, sitting up in this space, oh, hey, look, that'd be great. There are other ways that we can look to trade this market, though. Case in point, let's have a look here at Ethereum. What I like here is that we've actually gone down through 280. We've seen this resistance, support, boom! We're down, we're through. So naturally 280 will be the point at which I'll be looking to sell from. So let's see if I've got anything that lines up here, because this is what I'm looking at. Okay, 280 is up there, so unlikely we're going to see anything here. 280 280's up there. So, okay, it's not going to be on this time frame. I'm actually going to do it to this because it's the higher time. I'm not going to look at the 15 there. I'm probably going to have to go higher to the 1 hour. That's perfect. Okay, good. All right. Let me do this. Going to rock and roll this in on 280. All right. Going to back that right up to the daily. Then I'm going to extend that line out, and you're going to see why, again, why this is significant. Oops. Oh my God, it's so much harder to do on the big time frames. There we go, something around there, right? So I now have a lower high and a lower low. Daily's in a downtrend. Let's work down through the time frames. 16 looks fine, just been pushing lower. 12, as we go lower, we see this cascade. It's just sold off pretty hard, pretty fast. So the 1 hour, back into 280. I may actually go and raise an order on that now, in fact, because the 1 hour to the 2 hour, good convergence, really nice looking chart. 180 is the point, 61.8% fib. Get my stop where it needs to be based on the Fibonacci booster strategy. And I really like that. So that's one that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this evening. The other thing I wanted to show you just quickly is the Bitcoin top 10. These are offered in margin trading pairs. Now, if I show you Litecoin right here, now I'm not sure what it's done so much today. Here we go. It's spiked down and back up. These are really fantastic trends. Look at this. Back into the cradle zone. Whooshka. Really good move. I was keeping an eye on the 2 hour here. Didn't take that. Was hoping to see a little bit of a consolidation set up. It tried. 1, 2, broke down. But it's looking against these Bitcoin pairings as well. Look at the numbers. And look at the trend. The trends are good. All right, these are good trends. These are very tradable. This is where my attention has been. Again, look at this 2 hour. There's a little opportunity there that could have been taken. We are seeing momentum in other parts of the market. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It is very tradable out there, guys. That's what I wanted to get out. And I found a trading idea. Excellent. Guys, have a fantastic day and a great weekend. Look, if you are considering Sydney or Brisbane or Melbourne, they're the ones that are filling up extremely quickly. I think we might actually be very close to capacity for Sydney, but if you haven't got your spot, you need to get it, guys. Get across to the website and secure it. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.